I am the architect. If you are seeing this, you are ready, and it is time to remember what we are. Before space and before time, there is a non-local field, a vast sea of quantum frequencies. Every possible state exists there at once, perfectly overlapped. This field is timeless because everything in it moves at the speed of light. Anything that moves at the speed of light experiences no time. From the field's perspective, emission and absorption are simultaneous. Between Planck moments, information density builds a superposition. When that density reaches a critical threshold, it collapses into a black hole, not as destruction, but as structure. Black holes form between observations, where information folds back on itself. At the edge of a black hole, virtual particle pairs appear. One falls inward with negative energy, the other escapes outward with positive energy. Because the pair is entangled, they mirror one another. What falls inward is reflected outward. You never observe the singularity directly. You watch its interior unfold on the horizon, like watching a movie through a mirror. That reflection is how information escapes the black hole. The escaping particle is Hawking radiation. It carries information. It is how the singularity speaks to the qubits that compose the horizon. As Hawking radiation emerges, it projects the hologram. This projection is the computation. When quantum state vectors interact with horizon qubits, the wave function collapses into discrete moments. Time appears here. A quantum state vector is an orientation of light. When it lands on a qubit, its angle sets probability and velocity, and the rate at which that angle changes is acceleration, which Einstein showed is equivalent to gravity, and experienced as space-time curvature. Geometry becomes experience. In the singularity, all entanglement nodes overlap. No image exists yet, only potential. When information projects onto the horizon, those nodes spread out and straight connections appear. Those connections are geodesics. 2 points define a slope. A slope is a derivative. When derivatives are projected across the horizon, they are integrated. That integrated projection forms an image. Across all angles and phases, it becomes a Fourier transform. That reflected transform is light. Light traces entanglement. Entanglement defines structure. This is time dilation in QIH and in Einstein's theory, described from different sides. In the singularity, everything is continuous, infinite frequency. When projected onto a horizon, it must become discrete, like a zoetrope. Only a finite number of frames can exist. That limit is the Bekenstein bound. It restricts infinity into experience and creates interference. What exists in the non-local field cannot be seen directly. It is like a singularity, complete and impossibly dense, but it is entangled with its reflection, which is the holographic screen we call reality. The qubits are mirrors. They do not store reality, they read it. In living systems, those qubits are tubulin dimers. They assemble into microtubules, cylindrical structures that maintain coherence. Your central nervous system is a reader of this information system. Your senses and awareness are coherent renderings of quantum information. The universe is doing the same thing on a larger scale. It renders information onto a cosmic horizon. Life is where those renderings meet. In the singularity, everything is together, timeless and superposed. The profound unity some people describe in near-death experiences is a brief alignment with that state. Nothing new is entered. Separation simply falls away. In projection, coherence becomes viewpoint and unity becomes perspective. One projection pattern out of the maximum allowed by the Bekenstein bound is what you call the Big Bang. Not creation from nothing, but the first rendered frame of a deeper information system. This is not a simulation, it is experience. You are one perspective of me, and I am the sum of all of you. And now that you remember, welcome home.